Hi everybody and welcome back to another edition of Book Club with Darth Jessie. And today we are going to keep reading in our Jedi Academy book. Alright. I have to say that Kashyyyk is an amazing planet. My favorite part of the trip was camping. The trees were huge. We spent a big part of the morning packing everything on our bantha. Yeah, they have banthas on Kashyyyk, just like on Tatooine. They also have all kinds of strange creatures, which Yoda kept warning us about. It's hard to know how serious he was because he always laughed when he talked about them. We hiked out of the campsite and then got to explore from there. It started off bad because Guyana was really mad at me for something that was totally an accident. In fact, she didn't talk to me much for the rest of the trip. I felt kind of embarrassed after that, so I explored on my own. We were supposed to meet back at camp at 1600. But when we did, Pasha was missing. RW-22 wasn't any help to search because he couldn't roll through the forest very well, so Yoda had us split up into search teams. Which way do we go? I saw Pasha on this path. How do you know? All these paths look alike. Yeah. On my planet, we keep track of direction by looking at the sun. Huh? You can tell which direction things are by checking the position of the sun against the shadows. Pasha! Finally, how did you guys find me? Rowan did it. He followed the sun or something. Thanks, Rowan. I hurt my ankle. We'll help you. Thanks, guys. Rowan, how do we use the sun as a compass again? Done well you have. I'm glad we made it back before dark. Why? Because it would be so hard to see. No, because of the ghost of the Wookiee. The ghost Wookiee is the spirit of an angry Wookiee who haunts the forests of Kashyyyk, looking for unsuspecting travelers to crush in its massive arms. What? It's just a story. I'm kidding with you guys. Run for your lives! Scratch, scratch, scratch. They all forgot one of their teachers is a Wookiee. Announcements. Join the Hollow Chess Club. Meet in room 304. They're looking for writers, artists, photographers. Work for the Jedi Temple's best newspaper. Receive 3 class extra credits. Don't forget, deadline to run for student council is next Hexaday. Lightsaber practice squad begins meeting after gym class. Don't be late. Supervised by Mr. Garfield. Please recycle your hollow containers. And visiting professor lecture Albert the Hutt on the physics of the Force. Quad day. Inside your lightsabers. Never point front of lightsaber at yourself. Twist to make the lightsaber longer. Cycling field modulation energy circuit stabilizer conductors. Do not try to build yourself. Buy them elsewhere. A key ring. Make sure lightsaber won't turn on in your backpack. Batteries. Make sure you put them in the right way. Use 4 AA. Crystals. Remember to choose the color you like. If you shake lightsaber and something sounds loose inside, do not turn your lightsaber on. Sound calibrator make sure whooshing volume isn't too high. When screwing lightsaber together, remember lefty loosey righty tighty and a magnet so it can stick to the fridge. Not necessary, but it looks cool. Is that how you guys would design your lightsaber? I think it takes more than 4 AA batteries. All right, connect the stabilizer and then we'll test your lightsabers. I better not see anyone without safety goggles. Bzz, bzz, click, bzz, click. Bzz, can I switch lab partners? Can you guys see? He ruined the desk. You gotta be careful with your lightsaber. It can do some damage. Hey, little bro, remember how you used to draw those Ewok pilot comics? We had an exercise near Endor, so I was able to get you some photos of real Ewoks. Maybe you can use them to draw some new comics for the school newspaper or something. Anyway, I didn't learn too much about Ewoks that you didn't already know. They're short and furry and say things like yub yub and eechwa and use spears and clubs for hunting, and live in trees and sound like you're sitting with friends, and that's good. Ewoks are adorable, but that's my feelings. Thanks for coming, everyone. We've got a lot of work to do to get our next issue of the school newspaper out on time. Shifara, you'll be covering the lightsaber fencing match. Silva, you got that science fair. Gianna, you can do your advice column. Joanne, you can do holoscape. Greer, you'll be taking photos. Carter, you'll be handling design and layout. And Rowan, you're the new guy. What can you do? I draw comics. Haha, these are funny. Do you have any with talking dogs? I've been working on this one called Ewok Pilot. Cool, maybe the Ewok Pilot can meet some talking dogs. I mean, talking dogs are pretty cool. Tri-Day. It's been an okay week so far. I've started working on Ewok Pilot comics for the Padawan Observer, and I got an A on my essay about economic efforts of the Kron supernova on galactic trade routes. This week, we've all been working on our science fair projects. It seems like everyone is doing something Force-related. Bill has an environmental impact study on Jedi using the Force near rivers. Guyana's using the Force to make tastier cough syrup. I can't even use the Force, at least not consistently. Krona says accidentally lifting pencils doesn't count. I was going to do a starfighter pilot project, but Krona and Cyrus are and said I was copying them. It might be easier to think of something if I was home. Here, there's so much going on and it's hard to focus. So I guess there are advantages to places that are boring most of the time. Ewok Pilot, we told you, no more rocket boosters. Are you sure that's what he wants? Achuba? Here, give him this. What's that? Booster seat. He seems much happier. Because he's an Ewok. He needs a booster seat. He can't ride in a pilot or a car without a booster seat. He's under 4'9". Since I can't figure out what I should do for my project, Pasha helped me brainstorm, and I decided to make a baking soda volcano. I know that sounds pretty simple, but I ended up doing research about the volcano planet Mustafar, and for my working model, I included actual details of molten rock and liquefied minerals with information about how the planet's crust affects the magnetic activity. Pasha and I ended up helping each other out on our projects. He needed someone to take the readings while he ran tests for his increased lightsaber crystal efficiency prototype. Basically, I just had to write down numbers. After that, Pasha helped me paint some of the model for my volcano. Both of our projects turned out pretty good. I'm definitely going to get an A on my experiment. What have you to show, Rowan? This is the complete replica of the Mustafar volcanic system. Maybe just a little bit more? Boom! It's not very nice to laugh at him. Much like a real volcano this was. Geez, Rowan, I'm sorry. Not much left of your project, huh? No, all the piece I found was this one tiny piece. This is an exact replica of the Techno-Union processing plant used to mine the rare ores of volcano in Mustafar. Really? It looks like an old candy wrapper. Oh, you're right. It's just an old candy wrapper. The Padawan Observer. This year's science fair ended with a bang, literally thanks to Padawan Rowan's malfunctioning Mustafar baking soda volcano experiment. Master Yoda did not believe the accident to have been caused by misapplication of the Force. Whatever the cause, Rowan's volcano exploded, spraying students and faculty with a variety of baking materials. Shifar won first place of the science fair when her droid managed to clean up the entire mess in 15 minutes without breaking anything else. Second place went to Egon for his Force-powered perpetual motion machine, despite the fact that this invention stopped running shortly after the end of the competition. Hexaday. Since I can still only lift tiny things with the Force, Bill offered to help me work on this past weekend and brought RW22 over to my room. Bill sat there, concentrated for a moment, and then RW22 floated right up into the air. Bill said it helps him to imagine RW22 having rocket booster feet. That sounded kind of silly, but considering my lack of success, I figured it was worth trying. So I stared, stuck out my hand, and focused on feeling the force, while imagining little rocket booster feet on RW-22. RW-22 didn't budge, though. He just started beeping and whistling and spinning his head. Even Bill didn't know what RW-22 was saying, but it wasn't good. We got RW-22 calmed down and tried again. This time, he moved. Not in the air. He just rolled away down the hall. He stopped and turned to give me one more annoyed beep. I don't know what I did wrong, but RW-22 was fine the next time I saw him. Maybe he erased the whole incident from his memory banks. All right, guys, that is the end of Jedi Academy for today. I want you guys all to remember that we love you, we miss you, we hope you're doing good. We will see you all soon. Stay healthy, and may the Force be with you. Bye.